What's up everybody, Ruben Garcia here, and there's something I want to discuss. Now, if you know Clubhouse, I actually got into this conversation on Clubhouse as well, but this is something that we looked at a few years ago and was honestly introduced by an instructor that came into our real estate firm. But this is what we did. Now, the first thing that started to come up was, how toxic are your circles? Who can you trust? For when you start moving into an area, especially in entrepreneurship, an area that's newer, an area that might buck against what society says is normal, when you start to become a disruptor, you're gonna have some outside forces from family, friends, and maybe people you don't even know that are telling you what's best. Now, we had to figure out, we actually went to this class. We didn't figure out anything. We went to this class and the instructor broke down a formula for us. And we brought this formula to our team. And what we did is we used this formula to put our people, the people in our lives, in different quadrants to identify who they were and what type of energy they were bringing to our life. And if needed, the type of conversations we needed to have with certain people. And this is what it looked like. So this right here is a very, very simple formula. Just how I like it, right? This was easy enough to have a conversation with our friends, our family, our associates. This right here, we could scale the type of relationship we had and what conversation, like I said, we needed to have in order to move people through different quadrants. But this is what it looks like. So right here, you draw a cross on a piece of paper or a whiteboard like this one. You got to build out your 4 quadrants. This side, you want to put a multiplication symbol. This side, an addition symbol. This side, a subtraction symbol. And this side, a division symbol. Well, that one's kind of hard to see, isn't it? Let me just fix that. There we go. All right, and this is what this looked like. So the people that are in your lives, what I want you to do is start adding their names to this quadrant. Which quadrant? Let me explain. This one right here, the division quadrant, is for anybody who's dividing your life. Literally, every time you come around them, it's something negative. They're playing victim, everything is someone else's fault. Now they're looking at you and whatever you're doing is contributing to their downfall. Just division, toxic. If you have people like this in your life, fine, but now identify them and put them where they belong, which is in that quadrant right there. Now there is something you need to do with these people. Throw them away. And what I mean by that is get rid of them. And what I mean by that is don't ever talk to them again. And what I mean by that, I don't want to be too harsh. Kick them off a cliff. I'm not trying to be too crazy. But with this quadrant, dude, you gotta get them out of your life. You gotta get them out of your life. They're dividing your life. And here's the deal. If you keep allowing those people to enter your life, guess whose fault it starts to become? Yours. And since we know it is your fault from the beginning, you now have the power to change the outcome. Get rid of them. All right, here goes a little bit better conversation. The negative. These are people who are negative in your life, right? You may say something that you're gonna do and they're like, man, I don't know about that. You were never really good at this. You were never really good at that. That's gonna hold you back from this. Just always finding these negative things to say. And then you put their name into that quadrant. But with those people, you have this conversation. You say, I'll tell you what, man, or woman, you seem to add a lot of negativity to my life. But here's the deal. I like you or I love you. And I want to continue this journey with you, but I will ask something from you, which is, you can either start adding to my life and being a positive influence. And if you can't do that, you automatically default to the division. You automatically default to dividing my life. And I have made the conscious decision to make sure I don't add anybody like that in my life. Again, I want you to be in part of my life. I want to add to your life just as much as you add to my life. But I put my foot down. to allowing you to bring this negativity to my life? And that's the conversation you have with them, right? It's real, it's raw, but it needs to happen. Do you think you're important? Do you think that that conversation's worth it? Do you think by having that conversation you will uplift your life? You will have a more vibrant and positive life? Because by doing that, with you walking around with a better mentality and a better circle, you're going to impact others in a different way as well. So don't let those future people down that you could impact. Don't let them down by constantly allowing negative and people who want to divide your life into your life. Okay, moving on. Right here. These are people who add to your life, so start adding their names. And those type of people are your cheerleaders, right? They're always like, dude, you could do this. Keep going, keep going. Ah, man, you think that's going to stop you? Pfft, ain't going to stop you. You the best. Whatever, right? Like constantly pouring into you about how you can accomplish whatever. Just positive, always looking at the bright side of things, optimist. I love the positive people, right? And we need more positive people, especially this day and age. We need more positive people in our life. And this is where you would add those people, okay? And remember, if these people did actually start to add to your life, cool. They move from this quadrant to this quadrant. Now you have more positive people in your life. Pretty cool. But this fierce conversation needs to happen. It needs to happen in order for you to get clarity on where they belong. Either the positive or the division. Now this one right here, man, I'm gonna add lightning bolts to this one. Lightning bolts. We'll just pretend that's a lightning bolt. It started over here and it ended way over here. But that's okay. The reason why I added these lightning bolts to the multiplication symbol is because this quadrant is the people who multiply your life. They multiply your life. And the way that they multiply your life is they're constantly pushing you. Yes, they care about your feelings a little bit, but not really. What they're really here in your life to do is to push you to levels that you may not think you can hit, but they know damn sure you can hit. And they can care less about how you feel in the meantime. Temporary pain for long-term gain. You're gonna push through this or else, right? These people make you feel so uncomfortable. And that's great. These people, these circles right here, you'll know when you're in these circles because you don't talk much. You're listening. You're listening what they tell you, you're taking notes and you're taking action on it. You're returning with what you did within those actions, right? What is it, AAR, right? An after action report. And that's what you're coming with them. What you learned, how to move to the next step, and they're gonna push you and hold you accountable. And these people are really good at what we call the PC. You make a promise to these people, okay, you better do it. C, the calendar. You better get it done by a certain date. If you miss out on what you promised to these multipliers, they will move on. You are not holding them back. They're pouring into you to multiply your life. They say opportunity doesn't go away, it just goes to the next person, and they know that. And these people will push you to the next level. This is why I have a multiplication symbol tattooed right there. When I'm shaking hands, I'm very intentional that I want to spend my life with more and more multipliers. And that's the shaking hand, right? It's right there, ready to shake a hand with another multiplier. Constant search for talent and multipliers. But I hope this brought value to you today. It's a quick, easy exercise. Do it with yourself, do it with your team, do it with your family. And you can start identifying the people who divide your life that you need to get rid of, the people you need to have a conversation with because they are subtracting from your life, right? They bring a level of negativity. The people who are adding to your life, have a conversation with them of just how much you love them, and they'll love you right back, obviously. And then be on a constant search in life to keep filling this quadrant with more and more multipliers. I trust that brought value to you. Oh, I'm gonna finish this off with a good little story. The reason why I put on this 10X shirt is because that was, we got this at a Grant Cardone event. right? 10X GrowthCon in Miami, Florida. And in that atmosphere, you know, they say networking is probably the best thing there. 100%. Could not agree more. Yes, the people on stage were awesome, but I really got pushed in the audience. I got pushed by a fellow peer where she was like, what are you building for you? Which I had to kind of internalize what that meant and what I was really doing with my life, because I was helping building other people's companies. But I never really built my own. And I needed that. And if I look on this side, there's another guy who's a business owner, and he basically pushed me to understand the power and the selflessness of passive for my family in case I passed away. He multiplied, he pushed me, uncomfortable. That day I changed my whole professional life. I left that company I was with. I also left a VP position. I left a lot behind on pursuit of passive in case I passed away. And I wear this shirt because I bought this shirt at that event. And since we're talking about multipliers, I want to discuss that story with you as well. Multipliers will multiply your life. Multipliers will completely change your whole life and the ones around you. Go out there and chase more multipliers. Let me know your multipliers in the comments below. Let me know if you have any challenges with finding multipliers. Just talk to me, basically is what I'm saying. Talk to me. Yeah, thank you so much for showing up, and I just want to make this quick little video. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. Adios.